great introduction, one of the nicest introductions I've had in a very, very long time, and I'm so proud of Jeff, who was elected to the council, I think, just last year.
Right, 1 year.
1 year into it, and yeah, we have known each other for a long time, and you know, it's probably not good for either one of us that it was 15 years ago or 18 years ago, and you know, maybe in those old days I was the guy that people wanted to have a beer with at the end of the campaign day, but having been married 15 years ago with 2 young children, not as young as you, I don't get to go out and have a beer very often these days, but great to see you and your leadership, not just in Haddonfield, but for all of Camden County, and the county chairman is here, Rick DeMichelle somewhere, injured, but fighting spirit as always, and it's great to see you, Mr. Chairman. It's good to see this great group tonight. Great to be here in Voorhees, all the way down for me from Monmouth County, and that's something that Mike Friedman and I have in common. You know, we have a few things in common. Number one, we do both originally, me now and he originally, come from Monmouth County. And Mike grew up in Homedale in my legislative district. It happens that we also went to the same grade school and junior high school. And so we have that common bond and common experience. I have found out just tonight that his mom, who's with us, I'm sure he'll introduce her formally, and my mom go to the same hairdresser, as she just informed me, or nail salon. Is it a good one, Mrs. Friedman?
It's the best.
Okay, I'm gonna.
Of course.
And you're right, that's the one she goes to. So I mean, there's so much commonality between us in a lot of ways. But when Mike and I met at the State House not very long ago, and I learned about his efforts here at Voorhees, I learned about his campaign, and I saw his website, which rivals websites of members of the legislature, members of Congress for that matter. When I realized what he has to offer this community, this county, what it would mean for this state to elect a fresh, new, young Republican in a town that I don't think has any Republican representation in this first year of Governor Christie's tenure, I realized that we had something much deeper in common than what I've described heretofore. Leadership matters. We know more than ever, watching what's happening in Washington, D.C., and watching the positive change that's happening in Trenton, New Jersey, that who we elect to high office, to offices at every level of government, who we have in positions of leadership in communities, in companies, and organizations of all sorts, matters. And so what we have in common is he has a leadership vision, and I think we all share this in common, to how to make this community and the state better and stronger, and bring a kind of quality of life a way of governing that we all are yearning for. Now we see what's happening with our new governor, and I appreciate what was said earlier, and I was proud to be Chris's chairman last year. I've known him for a long time. He helped introduce me to my wife. I was proud to watch him as the United States Attorney for 7 years, and I was proud to be the campaign chairman last year. But I'm even more proud of Chris Christie, watching him in his first 6 months, not even 6 months, as our governor. And I know this is going to be the kind of leadership vision that Mike Friedman has. Our governor, with some allies around him, is changing the culture of this state from top to bottom. He is a human force of nature, going to the State House, going and butting heads with entrenched interest groups that have been there for years and years and years, dealing with a majority Democrat legislature, and having a budget arrangement a week ahead of time, dealing with a $10 to $11 billion budget deficit, having a budget that's lower than last year, with majority Democrats in the Senate and General Assembly, having already passed pension reform and already sending important new signals to the private sector, all before June 30th. It is a sea change in Trenton, and all of America, frankly, is watching carefully. People who are running for governor all around the country are pointing to New Jersey of what can happen when you bring the right kind of person in place. What can happen when you bring the right kind of leadership, the right brand of leadership. And so that's what I think Mike represents for all of you. I can't believe the amount of doors he's knocked on already. How many is it at this point?
Over 1,000.
Over 1,000 doors. Now, I've done door to door. I don't know how many people in the room have done it. I'm sure some have, because of good party activists here. But it's hard work, and it takes a long time. And a lot of people say, I knocked on 100 doors today, and I ask them how long they've done it, and I can tell the accuracy by the time commitment, by the energy level. It's hard. But he wants to hear from everybody. He wants to find out what's going on in this community, and he wants to communicate to people that you can do things differently. That he's got some ideas and some support for our governor, for example, that he may announce shortly, that maybe the incumbents here don't believe in and don't share. And so you're going to send a big signal, not only to Voorhees, but to Camden County and to southern New Jersey and all the state by electing this person. You're here at the ground floor. It's really early. There's months to go, and that's good, because that means that there are hundreds, if not thousands, of more doors and more families to meet Mike Friedman face to face. And I think when they meet him, they're going to like what they see. Ladies and gentlemen, your next councilman, Mike Friedman.